Your mornings used to be bright and colorful. But who said being an adult had to be so boring?
Where am I?
This is the creative ether.
Oh God, take me back. I've got pets at home.
We still need to color that brain with inspiration.
Jargonos, feed your creativity.
What's up, Doc?
Well, it's not looking too good for our little art business.
Violet's going to be 4 soon, and my bills are getting way out of hand.
Not to mention, I don't think this whole puppet thing is doing me any favors either.
Now don't go jumping to assumptions. Hey, let's check out some of the old footage and see if we can find out where things went wrong.
Creative jargon in chat.
Creative jargon.
Creative jargon.
Creative jargons?
Travis Herman, creative jargon in the chat. That's what's up. Rat tails represented. Oh my God. That is a reference that so few people know. I mean, it's not a secret, but it's also not like well-known information. It's not like, Travis Herman, and the first thing they say is like, oh, you mean the guy who had a rat tail? Like when he was 6 and didn't live here? Yeah, it's the first thing everyone thinks of. But, yeah, no. Ooh, Nork took a bad hit there. We're going to have to heal him up. We actually, both me and my brother, had rat tails in our youth. My mother loves how it looked. She thought it was so cute. And that streak ended with me. Now, when I told her, and I can't remember what my motivation was, but I was a scrawny kid, big glasses. You can imagine what I dealt with in school. I said I cut it off because I wanted to see it. I was probably getting made fun of it. I cut it off. But yes, Travis Neil Herman, Dr. T. Neil himself, proprietor and operator of one creative jargon used to have in his youth, against his own decision-making abilities, motivated by his mother, had a rat tail. So do with that what you will.
Whoa. I hope you found this video informative and helpful. And if you did, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this. Also, let me know in the comments, what are your thoughts on doing commissioned art? What are some of the challenges that you have faced or enjoyed? I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.
Hey, Barney. How you doing? Hi. So last time, me and Chelsea had a beautiful daughter. I quit my job to do art videos and artsy-fartsy stuff. My brother and a bunch of friends and I all filmed this wild movie and showed that around town. People liked that so much that we made a videography business. And then I kind of thought that was the end of the story there. But it's not.
My name is Travis Herman. I go by Dr. T. Neil, and I am an artist from Ohio.
I've been documenting my journey in pursuit of a creative career.
My name is Vincent Herman. I am a part-time janitor. My birthday today. I just spent all morning digging in someone else's garden for money. All-time filmmaker.
You're getting that promotion. Congratulations.
And I am Travis's brother.
I'm Austin, also known as the Lemon Squid online.
Is that good for the thumbnail?
And I make a lot of art and videos on the internet.
And thought it'd be funny if I drew a Gyarados living in that lake. So I just kind of made a video of my process of making that.
Life the past couple years has been weird because it's been inconsistent, but in a good way. Where I quit my job to pursue artistic pursuits like Travis, I did it while at the same time kind of maintaining like personally supervised work. So there's still like the get up and go to work aspect, but then there's the do whatever I want aspect. And so that's where it gets good, because I don't know what's coming next, but I know it's going to be what I want.
Life the past couple years has been crazy. It's been very busy, but it's also been like a blessing. I got married. I have a daughter on the way. I got a new job. And the entire time I'm focusing on content creation as well. So, I guess I stay busy. There's never a dull moment.
Siblings don't always end up in each other's orbit the way that we have. And where he went one way with his art and I went another, we have a connection in that those two things kind of work well together.
Travis is a good friend of mine. We actually just met each other a couple years ago, but I feel like I've known him like my whole life. Like we grew up together.
When I started selling artwork back in like 2011, you could, tell the people in your town that's what you did, and people would get a hold of you. You go to the art alleys and like the artist markets and stuff like that. These days, art is more about being online and the content aspect of things.
So I came up with 3 ideas and I kind of want to, share them with you guys and kind of see how you guys feel about it. You can let me know in the comments.
I was seeing all kinds of things where people were not just being painters, but they had to also become storytellers. They had to become cinematographers. They had to become writers. And I had a lot of new things to learn. Wait, if we're watching old footage, why is there commercials, music, and interviews? I just figured that would spice things up. In the last documentary, I was learning how to become a creator, and all at the same time was trying to document my process.
So when Travis made his first documentary, I quit my job to become an artist. I was living in my van, because by this point I had basically just copy and pasted his idea and quit my job of almost 5 years of logistics, which was making me miserable beyond belief. So I kind of just said, screw it. I'm going to shove everything into a storage unit and just do the movies thing, because I can live out of the van for far less. I kind of miss it to some extent. I mean, don't get me wrong. This is my place. I love this place. I have a library. Like, what's that about? But, like, at the same time, it is good to know that if push came to shove, I had to live in a van again, I can handle it. So when Travis stopped pursuing, like, regular 9-to-5 work to actually chase his art, I was like, can you do that? I was a little jealous. I was actually pretty jealous. But at the same time, I also kind of knew, like, well, that's going to be hard. That's going to be really hard. And personally, I wasn't 100% sure if he had the fortitude to do it. I was like, this may get, like, 4 months down the road and right back to a gas station. Because that's what happens to most people. But I kind of underestimated the life we led and the life he came up in, and hard times have always been a part of what we do. And so it does not surprise me at all that we're this however many years deep, 3 or 4 years deep, and he's still at it, and actually probably killing it by a lot of standards.
The original documentary was great. When I watched it, I was like, this dude has real talent. Again, not just with painting and everything, but actual video making. You know, how do I have more subscribers than this guy? You know what I mean? Looking back at his older stuff, you can definitely, again, you can feel that it's Travis. Like, it's his style. The first video I watched of his was that original documentary, and that alone was awesome. But just since then, the editing skills, a lot of the techniques and everything, it's just been polished more and more over time.
Travis's art kind of varies in a way because I've been there for every era, every instance, and every experiment and trial and tribulation. What I can definitely say is that it's malleable in the way that you can't necessarily predict exactly where he's going to go with it. He settles on styles. He's got the puppets and stuff. So there are elements that stick around that I love, that I can see just from our childhoods. But at the same time, he's at some point going to make another left turn and kind of take you on a different ride for a little while. And then he'll find another left turn.
In between filming stuff for Subject to Change Entertainment, I was also doing all of the art and creative jargon stuff. But I wanted to challenge myself and try to do something like a short film. So I had this 10 minutes of like inspirational writing, and what came out was the Magic Pen. It was kind of an exercise to just see if I could do it and use what resources I had at my disposal, which was just my phone and, you know, props from around the house.
I thought the idea was awesome. He kept at it for a while, and eventually I just kind of stepped in and said, like, dude, we've got the equipment. Why are you doing this on a cell phone? We could do this together.
And I said, sure, because that sounded like a great idea. I thought it would really elevate the project, and it would be cool to have somebody else to move the camera around without, you know, just it being me.
It was just really me and him, kind of running around his apartment.
It took us about 2 days to film, and then a couple of weeks to actually do the edit.
Action! Travis came in with a kind of dead set idea, but there was a collaborative element to it where I could suggest, like, well, why don't we try like something over here by the window? You're on the phone or whatnot. Why don't we like try and shoot it from this angle? Because I think that'll be a little more dynamic.
Yeah, if you want to cheat it a little bit and bring your foot, like where you were was fine, but bring yourself closer to the table, even if you got to put your foot underneath it, is that frames you up a little better. You're a little more centered there.
Frame?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that.
So I got to play around a little bit on that too.
Here you go ahead and hold the mail stick for me. Or continue your flip through it.
And that'd be on help.
Or just fuck every syllable of what I said.
It went really well. I think he did an awesome job, and I think we worked really well together.
At this price point, everything was fine. Maybe I try getting a little closer to you this time too. Right. Let me go ahead and come as far as you're gonna come, and let me pull focus on that. I'm gonna try and get a little close from me. Get in on you. Okay. Yeah, that ought to.
Mouth, the eyes, that way.
I like the drips. Yeah. Roll it. Action.
You're out of thin air and it's destroying the downtown main roads. Official says they're not.
Yeah, I'm feeling that one, dude. Rolling. And action. Yeah! Yeah.
Fucking bad. I found the focus.
I have one for you. But I don't know if you want to waste the page. Crumpling up a piece and throwing it towards the camera.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's right there. Never hurts to have more than one.
Yeah.
Never hurts.
That's my grandfather's pen. Pretty sure that's supposed to be our grandfather's.
That's supposed to be our grandpa's pen.
Also, the chest that it's coming out of.
Don't know anything about that.
That's what I've been told.
Also, wasn't he like an extremely abusive drunk truck driver? It's probably racist as hell.
That's part of the story. His spirit's in the band. You fucking ruined it. Just kidding. No.
Right, and action.
I think the cup went down too far.
I think so too. Oops. Neat to skateboard is palatable, but my body is in shambles.
Travis Herman. The movie. Played by Vinnie Herman. Starring. Yeah, things are going pretty good actually. I was wanting to know if you might want to get up and get up and talk things out. Get up and talk things out.
Get up and talk things down. Get up, talk things down.
You gotta get up to talk it down. You gotta get up to do the talk down. There's this guy.
I'm doing the talk down. Everybody did. Dude, he's looking at his phone. He don't give a shit about us.
You gotta get up to do the talk down.
I'm Steve, and welcome to Jackass.
We got it.
We got it.
Stop. The Magic Bros. That's a fucking rap.
Things are going pretty good actually. I was wanting to know if you might want to get up and get up. Get up and talk things out. Get up. Talk things out. Gotta get up to talk it down. Get up. Talk things out. Gotta get up to do the talk down. Get up. Talk things out. Gotta get up to talk it down. Get up. Talk things out. Gotta get up to do the talk down. Get up. Talk things out. Gotta get up to talk it down. Get up. Talk things out. Gotta get up to do the talk down. Get up. Talk things out. Gotta get up to talk it down. Get up. Talk things out. Gotta get up to do the talk down. Get up. Talk things out. Gotta get up to talk it down. Get up. Talk things out. Gotta get up to do the talk down. Get up. Talk things out. Gotta get up to talk it down. Get up. Talk things out. Gotta get up to do the talk down. What's up, Doc? We did the color correction. We did all kinds of sound effects. We did additional voiceovers.
I think my favorite part of doing the Magic Pen, though, was the editing process. It was really long. I think somewhere around 12 to 15 hours in total of editing. But it was just me and Travis in a very small room that I had commandeered in a friend's upstairs. Because at this point I was living in the van. So this was more or less my office. My computer was set up there. And since we were working with the better equipment, we wanted to work with the better computer. And it was a lot of kind of testing out the limits of each other as editors too, because we've never edited together before this. So this was like us stepping forward creatively together in a way we had never done before.
And I developed the animation style that was going to be in the movie that is kind of inspired by Into the Spider-Verse.
When Travis brought in, oh my God, the animations. When Travis brought in the animations, blew me away.
I wanted it to have simple animation when actions would happen. A door shuts, bam, you can see some sparks or something, or if I yell, you can see the beams or something, you know, get creative with it.
He hadn't told me really about this to a full extent. I think he mentioned it a little bit, but I didn't really have a concept of what these animations were. And once I had all those elements at my disposal as well, I started throwing things out, going like, I know this was like for this dash moment, but what if we like kind of layer it into the coffee pouring part? Go like, make a little motion there. So we got to collaborate on that side too, which like obviously I'm not a paints and brushes type artist, but you put some stuff out in front of me, I could probably make you a pretty good stick figure.
Overall, it was an awesome process to do with my brother, because not only was it my own, project, and he was letting me direct a bit, I had the final say on almost everything, but I also got to teach him some things about animation that he was really excited to do.
After that, we started running screenings.
So we developed some promotional stuff like a trailer and one of those flyers right there.
The cool thing about running the screenings was that this was actually an original concept, an original art house indie kind of thing, and we got to run it in really art house indie kind of settings. It was one of the first times I felt like a real filmmaker, where it wasn't my story and I technically wasn't directing it, although, the way it was kind of shot, who's to say who was directing it? It was just kind of happening out of Travis's head. I felt like a filmmaker. I was like, here's something that I know I was a part of building, and this feels like a place where it should be shown, and these are people who are enjoying it.
More people came out than I was expecting.
So you're going to continue with the magic pen, do you think?
Would you like that?
I loved it. I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, I'm not sure how this is supposed to help me pay the bills. I definitely didn't make anything from that movie.
No, I promise we're gonna figure this out. We just need to dig a little deeper.
After we would do this setup and we'd get in front of the screen and do our little spiel about being a company and check out our movies and our stuff online, we would watch the film and the jokes would land and people would be quiet and interested, and I was watching everybody's faces. It was very cool.
That was a really cool experience. That was just one more thing that made me want to keep doing what I was doing.
After the movies, we would always do a Q&A. People had all sorts of questions and good things to say about the animation.
Just the animations in general, were just subtle enough that they just made things pop.
I think the magic pen was awesome. I thought the editing in particular was really good with the little animations.
So it worked out for the businesses and it worked out for us, and people enjoyed it.
Working on projects with Travis can go one of two ways, at least in my experience. There is when we're both in the same pocket, especially if we're both in a silly mood, and especially if we've been riffing, like the sketch we did, Real Movie, where we're just both on the ball. Let's take our time with this. We're having fun. We're moving on to the next thing until we found the punchline. And even scripted stuff goes that way sometimes. But then there'll also be days where he might be a little more tense because he's got a lot on his plate and really just engaged with the artistic side of it, but at the same time knows he's got places to be and things to do.
Yeah. Because if we're going to do it, let's do it in the dirty.
It has to be close, yeah. But we can't do it in the dirties because we need the temp. So, that one will have to be another set.
That dirty is pointless with that, but...
No, it's not, because it'll still get cut into it. I can't do the spit take during that dirty shot.
It's a messy edit.
Not really. So...
No, I think this is one of those things where I am seeing it as perfectly as you're talking about. I'm getting there's no confusion here. I'm just sitting here going, if I'm watching that edit, I'm like, oh, they did this because it's all they could do.
I am a very happy person, easy to get along with, but when there's so many stressful different things that you don't talk about, you may come off as an asshole.
And I am of the sort that I want to cut it from all angles. Let's do every angle we can do. If there's two different ideas in the room, let's do two different ideas and see what works in the edit and everything, and he'll want to push through. And that can be frustrating for me.
Working with Subject to Change Entertainment was really fun at first. We got to do all kinds of creative things like filming videos with our friends and stuff like that. But The more we got into it, the more I wanted to improve things like learning lighting and things like that, so we could have a chance of, being a company.
So when Travis left STC, it was both a huge shock, but also completely expected. For a while leading up to that, there had been tensions on intent, tensions on vision, tensions on what we wanted to do as a company, and also just tensions on people's ability to kind of live up to what the company needed, while at the same time doing their own thing.
We established ourselves as a videography company, and that money was supposed to fund our projects, like our movies. And in the meantime, we would film skits as something for our social medias.
When he first brought it up, I was very hurt.
I would go home and I'd learn all kinds of things, and I'd send them the information that I was learning so we could all be on the same level. And then we would get to the next writing session, or if we ever had a film shoot actually come up, and nobody was learning anything.
I knew the tensions between him and Chelsea were becoming palpable.
And it seemed like everybody had ideas, but nobody actually wanted to sit down and do the work. And me and Vinny were the only ones wanting to do it.
He really bumped up against a lot of what Chelsea had in mind and what Chelsea would actually do.
You have to be serious to get these projects done when there's so many adults and different people involved with different schedules. And it was starting to get to me that certain people weren't taking it as seriously as I was.
So when I say it was kind of expected, it was because he wanted help in places where he wasn't going to get it for a variety of reasons, and I could see that being frustrating. And then there were the feelings of hurt that I think he had, that he even had to be in that position in the first place. What really sucked for me about it was that when we started doing this thing, it was because of Sweeted Die Hard, which started because Travis and I had talked for years about just doing something like that together. Then the whole reason we wanted to do the company was because we wanted to make films together. And then it all boils down to, well, here's this third person who wasn't a part of the plan that is causing tensions, and it all kind of went down in a way that I don't think any of us were happy about. At the time, it was one of those things well, fuck, I'm not doing this with my brother now. I guess, okay,
We had tons of writing sessions. In fact, there are a lot of skits that are basically fleshed out in our minds that just never got to happen.
At the end of the day, I think he made the right decision because he made the decision that felt right for him. And that's what we should all be doing all the time with anything in our lives.
I could have put all of the creative differences aside if there was financial stability, but there wasn't.
So, especially when you put literally the entire way our country is built on the back burner, say capitalism is going to go over here for right now, specifically to pursue artistic endeavors, you kind of got to be making the right choices. And so if he felt stuck and he felt like that wasn't going to be what was going to be best for him, best for his business, it just makes sense.
I needed to take care of myself and my family because I was supposed to be looking for a creative career.
We've all recovered, we've all moved on, and I think things have landed in the place where it should be, where it's supposed to be, and I think we're all doing the things we should be doing.
Violet!
What are you doing?
Turtles, hamsters, gerbils, buddies, ducks, spirits, and guinea pigs, cats, and dogs.
I decided I was going to start putting my art into a video format, and I was going to use YouTube and Instagram as my main platforms.
Rest of your day? Thank you. It usually shows around here for a hint. Always expects it.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Creative Jargon YouTube channel. My name is Travis Herman, and this past week I got set up at the Portsmouth Art Walk. I saw some new faces and some familiar ones, and my family helped me run the table, and I was asked to do a live painting. Hi. I've never painted in public before. I tried to film more of the event and talk to the other creatives, but I'm kind of shy, so it felt weird to put the camera in their faces, and I'm going to try to get better at that. I wanted to put all of my art on camera and give people a chance to see who I was and experiment a bit with camera techniques.
As far as Travis pursuing YouTube and art content, he's got immense talent in both of those fields, and it's really only a matter of time before he just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I think people making content based around art is very just good in general. I remember when I was a kid, me and my papa would watch Bob Ross on TV, and it was almost like magic watching him paint something so beautiful, so effortlessly. And he was so welcoming to the community that it felt like anyone could do what he's doing. And one thing about Bob Ross in particular that I really liked is he could do something like put a big black line on the canvas, and you'd think he'd just mess it up. Then he'd turn it into a beautiful tree. And you know, there's no mistakes, there's just had the accidents. I think YouTube is great. I love that it's a platform for anyone to make what they want and express themselves. Though the algorithm can be a bit fickle, I think overall it's just an awesome thing to have existed in the first place. You can broadcast yourself. See it? That's the old slogan. See what I did there?
So thinking about Travis starting to do art content on YouTube, it just makes sense. He'd been doing art for years up to that point. We did Sweet and Die Hard, and we'd done tons of sketch back in the day, and we were going hot and heavy with STC for a whole year there. It only makes sense that he would take, like, here's the other thing I'm doing, here's the thing I've stepped away from, bring all this together, bring all this experience together. Not to mention the fact that there's space for it. There's you know, an audience for it on there, and why not him? Why not anybody?
Just like with his art, Travis has a great style with his videos. Again, you can always tell when he's the one making it. He's got like a very calming but entertaining style to his videos.
Travis's videos are a little outside of the norm of what I would pursue on YouTube. I typically lean towards like sketch comedy, film retrospectives, and a little too much political content. But he has kind of leaned into the SEO tools and the things need to look this way to kind of attract attention kind of attitude towards it. I'm astounded what he does with just a cell phone and a couple of lights. He always loves to throw around the word resource, and he works with his resources like nobody I've ever seen. But what he does with it is he builds narratives around it. And he's also almost kind of building his own little universe, his own little pocket universe that I've kind of like caught on to. So the videos are starting to become a little self-referential, and I love that. I do it with my stuff all the time. In the early days, I think the first stuff I started putting on YouTube was maybe around 2008, 2009. And this is when it was still kind of the Wild West. The algorithm wasn't a thing yet. It was, things came up organically. Things were put on the featured page organically. There was a person or people who were sifting through videos going like, this is something people need to see. That's how you get your Tays on Days and whatnot. Creators who kind of do it on a lower level, on a level that's comparable to those days when I first got familiar with YouTube. I have a lot of respect for them because it's a lot of time, it's a lot of commitment. You're up against people with thousands, hundred thousands, millions of dollars. Now it's such a gamified thing, and it's almost getting to the point where it's pay to play. You gotta have like money and production value. There's an extreme amount of disingenuousness to like your quote unquote content creators. And that's something that I can't get on board with. I find no interest in. I can see your bullshit from the first 10 seconds of your video. YouTube as a whole, though, I think is due for a competitor. And I look forward to that day when that comes along for people like Travis, for people like myself, for the people who are really trying hard but don't have that ability to gamify the algorithm or the money to gamify the system, and just gives us back that merit-based content creation. That's something I'm looking forward to.
During this whole time, I've been taking any freelance jobs I can get, whether they be art or some other creative service that I offer, like edit. I do some random stuff on the side that I just don't talk about.
Today, I was asked to direct a music video.
I was on the curb making plays. I'm just on the pride. How you think I got these J's? Like, hey, count on them, count this bread, then I'm paid.
I made an album cover. Then he asked me to design his tattoo. I built a website for someone who was hosting a music event.
Did you really make French recipes?
Hello everyone, welcome to Creative Jargon. My name is Travis Herman. I really exerted myself creatively and I think I need a break. So I'd like to keep my commissions open, but I would like for the art to be on my terms. Something that I would enjoy putting into my portfolio of works, which can be very hard when I saturate it with almost anything I can get. With the outstanding growth of demands, I'll have to be picky about what kind of jobs I take from now on. And when I do come back, I'll be returning with an overall improved Creative Jargon. So please like, comment, and subscribe, and have a good time. Happy holidays, folks. Do another page? This one? Keep that one. Good job. You can put that on the fridge. You can give it to mommy. Back when I was about 27 and I got sober, I was living with some roommates and I just filmed my first art video. I think there's some time-lapse elements to it. It's very amateur, there's no talking. And my roommate knew I was doing these things and he came into my room, he said, "Have you ever heard of 1000?" And I hadn't been aware of any of the YouTube artists yet. And he showed me his videos and I thought they were really impressive. I was a subscriber almost immediately and I'd watch them after work to get inspired. He's a artist from Michigan who does graffiti, acrylic painting, he's done crafting, he's done it all at this point. Digital art, he's amazing. And I saw a lot of qualities that I wanted to emulate myself. So after leaving Subject to Change, I needed to find a stable creative career. And I was emailing all kinds of companies and people trying to figure out something that might work. And I sent one to 1000. I asked him about an artist consultation. I wanted to see if he had a price rate to just talk about art business for about an hour. And he actually responded. He told me he didn't have time for that sort of thing in his schedule, but best of luck, pretty much. But nicer, because he's a really nice guy. And then I emailed him a few months later. I noticed he wasn't posting any short form videos to his YouTube, and since I'd been working with a videography company and learning to edit myself, I emailed him asking if he needed help filling that gap. And to my surprise, he said yes.
As far as Travis getting hired by 1000 to edit videos, I think that's an amazing opportunity for him, and it's just going to open a lot of doors.
While he's somebody I'd never heard of before, like the evidence of his popularity is in the pudding. You know, it's right there on his page. So the idea that Travis was able to lock that down and be able to start making shorts for 1000 based on his long form content was really cool, and it's an expression of the grind paying off. He's not making thousands of dollars doing this, but he's making a little extra money doing, you know, pretty simple task for a big creator. And, you know, he can point to that and say, hey, that's my work. And so now he's getting a portfolio out of that. And I think that's really cool step for him. I hope it doesn't end up becoming one of those things that tries to take over his world, because that can also be a thing, you know. All of a sudden, I'm being paid to do all this work for these other creators, and now my stuff is taking a back seat. Now all of a sudden you're back in the gas station. So I don't want him to end up back in the gas station of YouTube Shorts.
I don't think I got very much sleep for the next few months. I was sweating a lot. I was walking around the house ecstatically. But at the same time, I was greedy.
Earl is an interesting subject. Not one that I haven't kind of been over with myself, but one that I honestly haven't really talked about.
I miss all of the creativity and all of the filming. My stepfather was in declining health. It wouldn't be unusual for my mom to send us a message, for someone to go by the house and feed the dog or see if anything needed done.
There is an unhealthy amount of regret attached to that moment, mostly because I hadn't really been around as his health was starting to fail. There were a lot of requests to come by and do this or do that, general house stuff, and I tried to be a part of that as much as I could, but I don't know if I just didn't take it seriously enough. I wasn't there to kind of see how it was all going, and I didn't make a lot of appearances until it was getting the call from our mother that we're coming up on that time.
He was having really bad coughs and pneumonia, and
we got the call, I don't remember exactly in what month, that Earl was in the hospital. Some episode had happened with his health.
He really needed to go to the hospital, and they said he was going to be put on machines, and that, you know, there might not be much time left.
So I showed up, kind of hung around as much as I could, had to fight to get him V8. By the time I had gotten there, I guess they'd asked like 3 times for a V8. And it was one of those, I don't know where I got the attitude that I could run this hospital kind of thing, but I was like, oh, 3 times? No, not happening that way. Walked out right up to the nurse's station. I was like, hey, we're in this room. He's been asking for V8. Can we just get a couple cans? Like, I mean, there's got to be a fridge really nearby with V8 in it. I understand you got to like scan everything, but like right down the cereal. I don't know. Can we get it? Wasn't too long. We got V8s. So that was kind of my interaction with the hospital part. And then shortly after that, they had gotten kind of all set up at home for hospice care, because the original intention was to keep him at the hospital in the hospice ward, but he didn't want that. So that was set up at home and kind of just waited it out day after day. I definitely made it a point to show up every day
after that and kind of do what I could to help out. It was shocking how much I was willing to do. Very uncomfortable situation, kind of cleaning up your stepfather while he's all bloated and not really knowing like how much pressure do I put, and will this hurt? Everything hurts, so like doesn't matter if it hurts. Like these kind of thoughts go through your head afterwards, but it's also just so immediate that like this is somebody I care about who needs my help, so whatever they need. Trying to go through it, it's flashing all in my head like very rapidly for some reason. Like my brain is in crisis mode to try and remember every little thing, but it's not doing it in order. His relationship with our mom had ended, but never really ended, and maybe that's why I kind of prioritized like being there every day, the last few days of his life there, and trying to make up fruitlessly for lost time. But his health was bad for a long time, like dealing with liquid in his lungs, extreme COPD. But God help that man never gave up his Budweiser. He was faithful to that till the end, for sure. So much so, his ashes reside in a Budweiser can right now. Oh no, that makes it in. It's just a funny thing. So what I really hated, again, self-centered person, is that he never got to watch any of our movies. So I made it kind of a priority to try and show him one, but it was always about a bad timing between exhaustion or he was asleep by the time I got over there. So we got so far down the road that finally was able to find a time where Travis and I could be there together, and that's when we were going to show him Sweeted Die Hard, a movie that was made in a town he'd spent most of his life in, starring two boys he'd watch come up from preteens to full-blown adults with families of their own and everything. Finally making good on all the bullshit they put him through running around their house with a video camera. But once again, exhaustion kind of took the moment and he needed his rest. So we said, we'll show you tomorrow. It's not a big deal. We'll show you tomorrow. And tomorrow didn't come. When I came by the next day, he had went down for a nap. So she went and was taking care of some other stuff in the house. I don't know what. And when I came in, I noticed that he had thrown up on himself. So I immediately got our mother and was like, hey, looks like he needs cleaned up. We should take care of that. Can you get some towels or whatever? And while she was getting the towels, I was sitting there looking at him and noticed he's not breathing.
So I went home that night and I heard that he passed away.
It's something different when you're told that someone you know and care about dies versus standing there in front of it knowing that you're powerless. Knowing you'd wasted so much time. That was a really hard thing to confront. Was knowing everything he'd done for us, because now you're an adult and you've made sacrifices for your own kid. You've done shitty jobs you don't care about. They're taking
physical tolls and mental tolls on you just to keep things going for people in your life. And knowing what all that takes, and knowing he never walked away, called us out when we needed to be called out, put us in our place when we needed to be put in our place, especially our sister. But also never walking away, always being there when we needed him. Again, that life experience that you live, finally informing everything you should have known before it happened. So you want to kind of pay homage to that, I myself am not a person of faith. So as far as I'm concerned, he's just gone. But you kind of still have that thing inside of you that makes you want to honor them. But we haven't really gotten to do that. The idea was that we do a celebration of life, and that hasn't happened. And it's kind of made me acknowledge where I get that selfishness from.
To this day, I don't think a lot of us have grieved properly.
There's a reason I put him in the quote-unquote urn that I painstakingly sought out for him and drilled holes in and put a bottle opener on. That man's getting his last toast. So
I don't know. Things aren't going too well. Financially, mentally. And Chelsea takes care of so much stuff here, but Rick spent so much time with all the creative stuff and all the filming, and I haven't made any money from any of it, and a bunch of my bills and stuff are just going by, and now I have to leave the videography company that we started, and on top of all that, my stepfather just died, so I don't know if I'm cut out for all this.
So I was trying to handle that and at the same time not drop the ball with editing for 1000. It was so surreal for him to send me a video that I would be watching anyways on YouTube and tell me, see what you can make of this. And I cut out different story beats that I could find, any important segments. After some time, we were really able to work on what information really needs to go into a short form video to make it worth your time.
Eventually we got to the point where the partnership that was the ownership of STC broke up for a variety of reasons. Vincent Herman here, Subject to Change Entertainment. The workload was a little more than just Chelsea and I could handle, so we brought in Dot and Adam. And the idea from there was essentially, let's make this an actual entertainment company that brings in money, and then that money would get focused into our projects. We came up with a ton of great ideas, but unfortunately, due to a cavalcade of reasons on the parts of everyone involved, we just could not find a way to make that happen through the effort that it required. And then during all this, I kind of got creatively depressed. I felt like I was focusing on things that didn't really matter to me because I'm not the kind of guy who chases a dollar. I mean, don't get me wrong, I understand the capitalism of it all, and I understand that I have to pay bills and gas and all that stuff. So when it felt like that's all I was doing on behalf of Subject to Change Entertainment, and I was getting nowhere with it, and more importantly, not focusing on any creative endeavors, I kind of let that ball drop. That's really why you haven't been seeing any posts or upkeep or any output in new projects or anything like that. And that is on me. That is my fault. I got sad. Then I went to New York. New York gave me a lot of perspective on what I want to do, and how to do it. And I guess more important than all of those, that I believe that I can do it. And because of that, I came back rejuvenated. I really wanted to get back at it, but not the money-making stuff. Just wanted to work on projects. So in order to keep the partnership going, I raised the question, do we want to call it here? Or can we find a way to put in the effort to make all of our goals a reality? And unfortunately, through those conversations with Dot, Adam, Chelsea, and myself, we could not find a way to make that happen. So while the partnership is dissolving, I will be stepping into the role of owner and operator of Subject-to-Changeent Entertainment and moving forward with creative projects that I want to do. And yeah, you're going to see new faces. You're going to see old faces. I definitely intend on continuing to work with Adam and Chelsea and Dot, and hopefully Travis. He's a busy boy. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.
I don't think I really knew Travis too much before he started pursuing content seriously. I feel like that kind of happened around the same time as me getting introduced to him.
When I decided to go down the video path, I thought it might be cool to do some more ambitious stuff on the channel where I could interview other local creators, whether they be musicians or painters or rappers, you know, whatever, and capture that performance on camera and pair it with the interview. But I was slowly realizing that I didn't have the equipment to capture music audio in person, and I didn't have the right kinds of stuff that I needed to finish those kinds of projects. So what I decided to do was turn it into a podcast where we could just call each other remotely and send each other the files afterwards. And that became Artbox. And we finally found our first guest. I went and met him this week at the skate park, gave him some stickers. We shredded it up a bit. Austin Short is one of the first people I reached out to in the online creative landscape.
Smash and bash, baby. Let's go.
And then he started telling me about this show where we get to draw fake Pokemon and compare them with each other and just have a good time overall. So I'm going to go ahead and start setting that up now. And I figured I'd kind of document the process because I've never done a collaboration with another artist on another channel before. So I kind of figured this would be a good opportunity to show you guys what it's like to, I don't know, be a new YouTuber, do this kind of stuff. I don't really know. I'm not really a YouTuber per se, but I don't know. I'm having a good time doing it.
Even if we didn't make content, I feel like we would still be friends. Like one of the first times we actually met each other in person, the dude greeted me with a freaking Blaine's Arcanine card.
I want to do thank you for coming on the show and stuff, man.
Oh yeah, no problem, dude. That was my pleasure. That was really fun.
Well, I know it was a bit of hell getting your episode together with everything, so I brought you something.
Oh
yeah. And since your favorite Pokemon was Arcanine?
yes.
Blaine's.
Oh my god, no, I don't have this.
Yeah, that's an OG.
You don't have to get this. That's awesome.
Well, I don't know. Just all this seemed like a perfect opportunity. I was like, to like have somebody who really cherished it.
Oh, I definitely will. Like, honestly, the art on this is super cool, too. Like, if I were to get an Arcanine tattooed on me, it'd probably look like a villain, dude. Yeah. And, like, that alone meant so much. And so, like, you know, I was like, this guy's chill. I like him. He's good to keep in the circle.
And we clicked instantly.
So I have this series on my channel where I'll make fake Pokemon. It started out as just me. I would take like a certain prompt and make a Pokemon based off that prompt. And then I invited a couple of my friends from Huntington, Heath and Rob from the band Massey. And I also invited Travis on board. And he kind of got introduced to them. They ended up being on episodes of Artbox, and we ended up kind of making a whole series out of it. It gives you kind of a chance to flex those creative muscles in a way that you might not normally.
And anytime he asks me to do something, I'm down. I want to help him do as much as I can because he's honestly a great dude. I'm so glad I met him. He's given me a lot of inspiration to keep going when I wanted to quit. There's a lot of days where I just want to put things down. But seeing someone so optimistic about their creativity and what they want to do in their video format, just as such a lovable person, is very inspiring.
Doing the Fakemon series, a lot of the artists can pick up techniques from each other too. Like I started to delve into more of watercolor digital art because I would do the Fakemon. I was trying to make them look like Fakemon, but in my own style. Whereas like the others would do them in the old-fashioned Sugimori artwork with the watercolors. So I'm like, well, I can't let them one-up me. I got to figure out this whole watercolor shtick as well. And then on our last episode, Travis made a flapjack-based Pokemon, and he did the background and waves, made them look like they were ripped paper that had been dyed with watercolor. That was just an awesome technique. And I realized I really got to work on my background art. But we learned a lot from each other in those videos, honestly.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Art Box Podcast. My name is Travis Herman, Dr. Drtneil. My guest is Austin Short from the Lemon Squid YouTube channel. How are you doing today, bud?
Pretty good. I'm feeling great. Thanks for having me.
Right. Yeah. Try to act like we didn't just film for an hour for your show.
Yeah, exactly. That's got me on like a good high right now, though. I feel like I got a good energy.
And that eventually led to me meeting people from Texas.
My name is Chris, and my channel is Dynamic Pencils, and I'm an artist, and I love art. Been doing art ever since I was 6 years old, and I've been stuck with the bug ever since. I never let it go.
The United Kingdom, and we decided to take a big leap to the Netherlands. Am I right on that?
Correct there.
And you're an artist, muralist, you're teaching on YouTube, you're doing all kinds of stuff. Ali Serp Art. Is that how you pronounce that?
Yeah, it's a weird name. It's basically like it's my name Priscilla, but backwards, and then with art next to it. It's something I created when I was a kid.
New York.
Hey, I'm Kyle. I go by Kyle Makes Short Films on the internet, and I make mixed media animations and storytelling videos on the internet.
I was getting all different kinds of creators from YouTube to Instagram, where they were painters and filmmakers. Today's guest is a musician and AI content creator. I'm not exactly sure how to label that.
A little bit of both, A and B. Most people know me as Songaria. Real name's Anthony, if anybody cares about that. Nobody knew who I was until Dudesy shared my remixes of their podcast. And then, I just kind of started doing that for a while. Before that, I was doing like food parodies of songs that I like. Because I really enjoyed karaoke. I used to work in a karaoke bar, and I would sing for like the birthday parties and stuff. And I didn't find myself as much of a singer. But before that, I worked on Guitar Hero, like from World Tour till it ended.
And we were going through their processes on creativity, and I wanted to get their perspective on life.
My next YouTube video is about this whole kind of thing of, I think it's almost better to make things for no money versus trying to get a budget to make something when you're first starting out, because it's just great practice to like make things with friends and do it for the fun of it. Finding like people that are down to collaborate and make things with you, as a win-win for everyone.
Kyle McCarthy is someone else I didn't expect to respond to my messages. He has a lot of creative works that are really inspiring to me. So I wanted to reach out to him just to see if he wanted to be on Artbox. And we've talked way more ever since. I even made a painting for him and sent that off to him. His wife came on the show, and we got to talk to her about filmmaking a bit. And, I've just gotten to know these people way more than I thought I would. So through my exploration of meeting people online with the Artbox podcast, I met Chuck Lee.
Look, there's a lot of signs just happening. I'm shooting my shot in weird places, and people are just like, it's working. And like, I'm having a good time. People are having a good time. Michigan looks like a good place to at least go experience real quick.
Yeah, man, come on up for DIY, man. Next month, if you got the time and want to come,
right?
You guys, you and your girl, I got a spare bedroom. Y'all crash at my house. You know what I'm saying?
I keep running into these situations where I'll shoot my shot with somebody that I've just been watching for so long, and I don't really expect an answer or anything. You know, people are busy. Yeah, I'm busy.
Sure.
You know? So it's like, when it comes to like groups like that, I'm like, oh, you know, I don't really fit in.
Fair.
It doesn't feel like it sometimes, but I think I've been trying to prove myself a little bit by putting out proof of concepts with videos, podcasts, you know, just communicating with people. All right. We got rained out, but it was awesome. It was a good one. It was, yeah.
Now it's time to go swimming.
Okay, it's about 7 a.m. and Chelsea's about to wake up. We spent all day yesterday swimming, and we visited the botanical gardens here in Toledo. I didn't sleep very long because I'm so excited to meet Chuck Lee. And I've realized something on this trip, that I've become a workaholic. I've minimalized the problems that come from making videos and paintings nonstop. And when you're your own boss, you have to give yourself a break.
Chuck Lee, is that you?
Yeah. Don't mind me, dude. I'm geeking out in Chuck's lair.
Not many people in our lives know the like artist life or the art YouTuber life or the YouTuber life. They're all so different.
Yeah, man.
And it's very
but at the same time, like, know your worth though. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're a cool dude, man, and you make dope art, and like, you know what I mean? You're like easy to talk to. Like, you're a cool person. It's good that you like shooting your shot and stuff too. Like, you know, that's the first step. But like, you know what I'm saying? Also, like, know your worth. You cool as hell. Keep on shooting your shot to a whole bunch of people and stuff. Or like, you know, and even if you don't hear back from somebody, you know what I'm saying? Shoot your shot again. Like you said, people are busy and whatnot. But like, you know what I'm saying? I definitely see you, or if I see you, dude, straight up. But I will say, community is key. Really, like, you know, like you're already doing, and like, you know, I'm sure a lot of other artists are doing, shoot your shot, like, you know what I mean, and try to get with these creators and like, you know, really like talk to them and whatnot. Ask for collaborations and whatnot. You might not get one, but I mean, you know, you might get one, you know what I mean?
Chuck Lee is someone I also didn't expect to be meeting throughout all this. He is an artist from Detroit who started as a musician. He is incredibly nice. Meeting him also showed me that not only were these creators, you know, online content, you know, people, but they were real people. They're real people with jobs and loved ones, and they have a house and a dog, just like any of us. Which can be kind of, you know, hard to remember when you're in this pseudo relationship space. So during all of that, I realized maybe I'm working too hard. And I'm working myself too hard. I'm setting all these standards for myself. And maybe when we get back from the road trip, I'll take a break. After about 6 months of hardcore editing, 1000 had the Artists in Wonderland event, And that was about the time I stopped hearing from him. I was hearing from him less because that was a very busy event. But at the same time, I don't think I was giving him the quality that he needed. And at the same time, I think he realized that him and his assistant Nick could take care of it just as easily. When I stopped hearing from Peter Robinson, I was pretty depressed. That was another thing I didn't really expect to see coming. Because, I was on a high, getting to edit it for one of my art icons, and, I feel like I dropped the ball. I think I had too much going on.
The Localization Film Festival was something that Travis approached me about. I have a blind spot in filmmaking where I am so much more focused on the project itself that the ways to put it out in front of people or the ways to chase money or notoriety, these things are not even second tier to me. Like,
oh, I guess I'm supposed to vlog this event since it's on. I guess I'll do it now. We're on our way to the film festival.
You do whatever you wanna do, brother.
Hey, I'll cut into that. What is it? What's that? What? No. Okay. Oh boy.
Welcome to West Virginia.
That's so pretty.
So pretty.
It was a moment where I was finally confronted with, like, okay, not everything is hands, not everything is Tribeca. There are small things with like-minded, resourced creators and filmmakers who want the ability to show off what they can do as well. And so when Travis hit me up about it and told me who was running it and everything, it felt like the right fit.
Oh, hey. How's it going, big dog? Let me vlog you. Let me vlog that up. Nice to actually meet you.
You too. We've never actually met, I guess.
So immediately I was like, all right, you know what? It's not too expensive. I got a company card, so let's spend some company money on taking both of these movies, The Magic Pen and The Indiscriminate Way to Mondays, short films, I should say, and let's put them out in front of people and see how it's received. It was a good time. It was another one of those very bespoke punk rock things that like always attract my attention. And so the moment we walked into this place, it is just this like warehouse kind of situation, tables set up with everyone's art and creations and stuff. It was pretty cool. I bought a cassette tape from a ska band. It was a good time.
I actually wasn't able to attend the Localization Film Festival as much as I wanted to. I had our wedding rehearsal, but I did have an animation pilot that I submitted, and Travis was a G, and he went and recorded the audience reaction for me.
And so it was another one of those things that's like, okay, well, like here's people reacting to something we did, something we put together. This feels good. So we didn't win nothing. I think it was rigged. We might be storming that warehouse soon, but other than that, pretty good time.
Let's consider our film fested.
We're gonna take
After the festival, I was starting to feel better, and without any current paid commitments, I experimented with my content and really started to understand my process.
I have another painting from my first video on YouTube where it says life is one big teehee and then you die. And that was actually the painting I made when my stepfather passed, and I guess I just had some deep thoughts in mind, and I can't help but make it a little comedy. So life is one big teehee and then you die.
Because it's true, it really is.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. It really is.
I'll never share my chug splash with you, you no good two-timing son of a...
Did you see Travis's pose?
Travis, I would like to formally congratulate you for your addition into Fortnite.
That's right. I pranked an entire community with just my artwork.
Would you two like to drop in with the real Dr. T, Neil? Now.
Yes, of course.
I'm just going. I ain't even stopping.
Oh, right, yeah.
I'm going for circle. Oh, yes! Fuck yeah! I knew we'd get it done.
I have yet to run out of ideas, and I'm very lucky. Sometimes I even redo a sketch into a painting, and then I turn that painting into a wearable sculpture. Then I turn that into a photo, and then the remnants of that old college project becomes the opening sequence for my documentary, which is fueled by the story of my life.
I don't know how many episodes I've done so far, and my shit was wrecked. Austin recorded his somehow well, and then the very last episode was all in puppets because the video didn't work.
Okay, interesting. That's a creative way to solve that problem. That is actually adds entertainment value to the thing. That's cool.
Yeah, you could typically some people on YouTube might do some talking head icons or drawings or whatever. I was like, I've been wanting to do puppets for a while now. I might as well make him one too.
Dude, I was watching that one and I was looking at the puppets and I was like, okay, clearly Dynamic Pencils didn't make his own puppet that looks exactly the same as Travis's puppet.
Oh, right.
I was like, clearly whoever shot this made both of these. So I was like, okay, there's probably some reason that happened.
Whatever they looked like in the end, I was going to use them.
Yeah, no, they turned out great. They look really cool. And you can get a lot of mileage out of that too. It's just as time goes on.
I spent all week making these puppets for the Artbox podcast, so go check out that episode. But now I need to get ready for the Portsmouth Art Walk, and they've asked me to do another live painting. So I need to see what equipment I have and see what inventory I need to bring with me and start getting ready. And since I already have this puppet, I'm going to use it.
Tell me what your name is and what you do.
My name is Bree Oppie. I am actually a CRCST, but I am a part-time crocheter and photographer.
Well, my name is DJ Everman. I'm a musician and just a content creator. Then I get out and sing here all the time, including the art walk here behind us. Just got done playing a set over there.
Why is creativity so important to you?
I don't know. It's just a way to get stupid crap in my brain out of my brain and into the world. So for that reason alone, it's worth doing.
It's one of the few things that allow you to express yourself. If you can't express yourself, I don't know, like there's no happy for that.
I don't know if I can specifically say what's important. I guess it's just a way to express whatever you're feeling at different times.
Do you have any words of wisdom for other creators?
It would be to just keep creating. Don't let... If I think all of us artists, we can get scared, get in our own heads, and you want to quit maybe every day. Keep creating, get out and do it. You're going to learn as you go. You're not going to have all the equipment and everything at first. Just keep creating with what you got and just keep upgrading from there and keep going. Don't stop. Don't ever stop.
Do what you want.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard sometimes. There's a lot of minutia to it, but really it is as simple as just getting your phone out and going and doing the damn thing, figuring it out as you go. So just stick with it. It's not always gonna be easy, but then again, if it was, it wouldn't be worth doing.
Travis and I did Skate Jam together, where we just both set up booths selling art at the Portsmouth Skate Park Jam. And we both also made videos about it. It was just a good vibes. I think we collaborate well.
There we go.
I do look mature. I look like I've been drinking.
Looks like the lemon squid's father.
Papa Squid.
Austin, I brought something for you, big guy.
Oh.
Here, it's a microphone.
Hello, I'm Austin.
And you can give me your thoughts on this painting.
Dude, that's so sick. Oh,
get a little custom.
You did customize it. The lemon squid, I see that. There's a little picture of me. That's so sick.
The bio.
I love that.
Yeah.
We did a raffle where we gave away a skateboard as well as a couple of different stickers. That was a lot of fun. We got to kind of like, you know, it was a good way to reach out to the community and get people interested in our stuff without even necessarily having to buy art or anything.
Why is skateboarding important to you?
Skateboarding is important to me because when I was a kid, it's how I found some of my first friends in middle school. And when you're an outsider and you can go somewhere and everybody welcomes you and supports you, it's super good for the longevity of your mental health.
It builds relationships and friends and brings the community together, you know?
See, I told you I was helpful. Do you think I could beat Tony Hawk in a game of skate?
You?
Well, no. Mostly because he has legs, and I feel like you'll be at a disadvantage for that.
Good point.
Absolutely not.
Well, you don't have any knees, so we'll start there. I think it'd be worth a shot.
All right. That's it, brother.
All right, cool.
That's all it takes.
Thanks for having me on.
I feel like people are kind of losing touch with doing creative things. Everything is now also like you have to be on your phone and this and that.
Gotta do video on the rock. I've been really busy lately, so I figured I'd come out here and do something a little easier, answer some questions that people had, and I don't know, give you some insight and get a little connection with my audience. Misty Rucker, why do you do art? Misty with the hard-hitting cues. The simple answer is it's fun. Sometimes the validation is nice, and the long answer would be sometimes I'm coping with internal or external factors like escapism, you know, just creating things to get things outside of your head, to live outside of your head and on the page. Making things makes me feel like, you know, my hands are staying busy. Over the last couple of years, it's helped me find my creative voice and like what I want to say, what do I have to offer to people. Art is just a really fun thing to do. It's a natural expression of who I am. I've been doing it ever since I was a kid, and I don't think I'll ever stop. I couldn't stop if I tried. Sometimes I wonder, did someone just tell me I was good at drawing when I was a kid, and now I've done it, you know, my entire life ever since. Whatever it is, I can't stop. Misty Rucker with another question. Why do you think art is still so important in our society?
creativity, all those aspects that you just mentioned are an underlying like aspect of the DNA. That's the standard.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. And like you're born with that, and then you get told a lot of different things, and a lot of stuff gets filtered out like the older you get or who you're around.
Like young kids, before like they go to school and they get like all these ideas put in their head, they always create, whether with mud, drawing, food, anything. They always try to create. Like it is, like you said, it's in our nature.
I'm pretty lucky. I get to make art all day and hang out with my baby and do videos and stuff. Like I make my income through like a bit of like commissions, and like I did videography last year, so I went to like a concert and recorded all their stuff and then turned that into content for them. Like I did voiceovers on it and stuff. So I guess I'm doing a little voiceover work. Not the best voice.
During the day, port stock is bright and colorful, but at night, things get a little wild. What is your name?
Zebulon James Allen.
What is your favorite thing about Portsmouth?
That's a huge question. We have the community to thank for the aesthetics of Portsmouth. Everybody just comes out and everybody's really happy and nice. It's like things like this. This is good.
Well, that's my first videography gig in the bag. Port stock was awesome. Everybody was really nice. The food was great and the music was awesome. Your style is what captivated me. I found you before we both submitted into the SLU contest. I'm disappointed you didn't win. Or, you know, our buddy Chuck Lee, he also did it too.
Yeah. I loved his speech as well. And yours as well. So yours was fucking fantastic.
Oh, thank you. He's back there.
I see him. Look at that. Perfect.
Screaming at me. That'll be what I become if I don't make it as an artist.
Then we also did like the art scavenger hunt, and that was a really good time. That's when we both sat down and painted a couple pictures apiece. That's where I got a couple painting tips from him and everything. And then we went out, hit them in the city of Portsmouth, and posted it on our social media so people could go out and try to find art pieces. We didn't know if anybody was going to go look, but it ended up being quite a few people were going to go look, and that was also a blast to make. There was the part where we were really concerned that the police thought we were going to be littering because we were putting a black plastic bag next to the library, or littering or dropping off like drugs.
Hey, how you doing? SGC CEO Pete Siegel here. And after a celebrity wrestling match gone wrong, I'm now the spokesperson for Better Jargon. Oh, you never heard of them before? It's a service in connection with licensed jargonologists who are trained in the art of saying things that sound important. Now, we all know what jargon is, but what the heck is creative? Creative is anything. Creative is Crayola. Creative is that thing in the middle of the washer. Who came up with that? Creative is my pants. My pants are so creative. They got 2 pockets. And what about the brilliant minds behind soup? Do you know how many soups there are? Where's my noodle? Chunky. You got your split pea bisque. Chicken portobello slurry. Blue soup, red soup, 14 pinto bean soup with the meatball masher. And don't even get me started on gazpacho sundae. You got your rusty beef soup. You've got your flipped slosh in a bread bowl. Orange soup, yellow soup, magenta soup, rainbow soup, and tomato basil. But I could talk about soup for approximately 38 hours. The point is, Better Jargon helped me when I was losing my peep powers. And it also helped these jabronis. Howdy, how you doing? I'm Jefferson Bald Eagle, and I'm just your average simple country soup farmer who was just painting before Better Jargon came along. Now, I'm experimenting with pigment-based existential expression. Hey, how you doing? Detective Spike Buzzard, SOUP Paranormal Investigations. Taken down a lot of spooky crooks in my time, but I couldn't even draw a stick figure. Now I'm channeling my inner rage into a post-structuralist visual narrative. What the heck are you waiting for? Call 1-800-JARGON-1 and we're gonna connect you with a licensed or unlicensed jargon coach who's gonna get you from whining to winning.
Call 1-800-JARGON-1.
That's 1-800-JARGON-1. Call now.
Okay, are we done here? Cause I got a date with a stripper and a sloppy gazpacho.
That's it.
I've learned a lot from Travis just in the last few years, since Sweeted Die Hard on through what he's done by himself and everything, because he's, through pestering in some ways, kind of forced me to deal with the things I didn't want to deal with as a creator myself. And I have since started coming to him and going like, okay, show me about these SEO tools. What should I be doing here? We've sat in his home and just like, he has taken me through steps to better deal with the way that I put out my content. And it's something I would not have learned without him, because it's something I couldn't bring myself to go look up videos. And when you do that, there's so many varying opinions that never really get to the point. And it's because they need to put out a 10-minute video and blah, 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 where I could just sit down with my brother and he can go like, all right, look, here's how you dig into the metadata of stuff, and you can see what other people are doing. He's kept me grounded in filming situations where I like to wander and go like, let's get every single angle from every single position. And he's like, dude, we've been here for 3 hours already. We don't have time for this. Let's do the shot we planned and move on. He's put me in a position where like I have to go, he's right, I'm being floaty, and let's move on. And that kind of has helped me out moving forward in what I've done and how I plan the things that I film. I tend to be a little less precious about everything as well. Sometimes you get what you get and you move on.
Travis is a great guy to work with. He's very easy to go along with. He always brings a lot of creative ideas to the table, and he knows what he's doing a lot of the time, more so than me even. So I often find myself following his lead on things. I've learned a lot from Travis. I've learned from painting together, some painting techniques I didn't know before, some to do and some not to do. I've learned some editing shortcuts, tricks with lighting, and again, with a daughter on the way, maybe can have a few pointers being a dad in this crazy modern world.
Since Travis has been tackling art as like a full-time serious thing, like this is his main source of income at this point, it's kind of been interesting to see the way he's exhausted change. It's one of those things where it's like, when he was working full-time and kind of like half doing this off to the side as best that he could, there was a little less passion in it. There was a little less light behind those dreary eyes. And now, where his days are full of, he's taking care of his daughter, which he is awesome with, and is adorable. And I will someday make my best friend. He is also, in between all of that, doing exactly what he wants at each stage that he wants to do it. It doesn't always take on exactly the form that he thinks it will, but that's kind of the artistic process. It's a living, breathing thing. It changes on its own will almost as much as it changes on the creator's will. And that's a lot to keep up with as well when you are also playing the game of algorithms and looking to try and raise your stock in YouTube and stuff like that. So he's still tired, but less tired and for a better reason, and seems happier in that exhaustion. So I'm not sure where I see Travis going from here. And I don't mean that in a he's become stagnant, because that's clearly not the case, or in a cynical way or anything like that. It's just I couldn't predict the ways he would end up going about this from the start, mostly because my vision on the kind of content that he puts out is limited. My brain doesn't operate that way. But at the same time, it's one of those things where he's changed so much since he started even before YouTube. His art style, his attitude towards things, not just art but life in general, is ever changing, and that's just being human. So I have no idea where he goes from here. I'm just excited to continue to watch it. The podcast alone is a thing that, like, I had very little concept of what it was supposed to be in the very beginning. Simple concept, but at the same time, he's taken it and done something with it that I think is important. I think people should watch, and I look forward to every episode, whether I get to it within the month or not.
You never know how your art will impact someone. And you never know, like, how big this is gonna grow. Because, like, the idea is there. I love it. Like, you're a good host as well. So just keep doing it.
I've met so many creators over the past couple of years, and I've learned boundless amounts of information about creativity and life. Everyone is exploring this path differently. There is no right way to go about it. I've learned to appreciate the friends that I meet along the way, because you never know when those paths are going to separate. You never know when feelings are going to change. And you just give it your all while you can. I did a video where I make a sandwich on my art table, and it's for my stepdad.
Oh,
And
that's so
you know,
sweet.
we all grieve in different ways. Us as creatives, just so others wouldn't feel obligated, he would eat the heel and claim he actually enjoyed it. There's simply nothing wrong with it, and it is just as good as the rest. Not only that, but everyone else could rest easy knowing that the job was handled. And for him, bologna was a southern staple. It's dependable, a symbol of pride even. Whatever corporation hucked this meat slab together doesn't matter. You might as well enjoy what's been given to you. Top that off with tomato and a dash of salt, and you have the misunderstood sandwich. And I'll miss trying to understand what made him love these ingredients so much. I've been putting off this film for longer than I wanted to, because I have this vision in mind when I set out to make these things, but sometimes life has other plans.
What should Travis do to improve his life and career? That is a tough question. I don't know how to do that myself, but I would just say keep taking it day by day. Don't stress the small stuff, as easy as that is to fall into sometimes. And, just keep working on it. Don't give up.
Because that's all I've ever wanted, is to be able to pay my rent with my creative skills. I was told a long time ago I wouldn't be able to sell anything, and I've sold tons of artwork since then, so that was a lie. Now I want to see if I can be able to just live that way. I've been working off of a list of creative ideas that I started 2 years ago. A while back, I needed to make some big changes. I was already doing commissions, logos, events, and posting, and all of that, but none of it was actually directed towards a real goal. I mean, I thought it was, but it was actually a cycle of dead-end creativity. For someone who's never produced content like this before, it got easier to complete the projects as the months went on. I gave myself permission to change things as I go. The only objective was to finish a handful of projects per month and not post unless I had something completed. This kept me focused. I pretty much kept my commissions closed for 90% of the year. I was saying yes to opportunities that would come up from checking off my creative schedule, and I found an abundance of creators out there trying to find their way as well. But almost as soon as the year started, I had a lot of cool opportunities come to fruition because I was working on these projects. My art and my videos improved over the course of completing this guide, and people were noticing. Based on everything I experienced, I have a much better approach to what I want my small goals and dream goals to be for next year. And it's finally starting to come to a close. In fact, here's a pro tip from a fellow guide user. If you've made it this far in the video, leave room for surprises. The point of this guide is to have a reference to keep us from getting stressed out about all the ideas in our head. It's a great excuse to get off social media, learn about your work, yourself, and the world even, depending on how you use it. Alright, basically this is a little update, mid or late documentary, I have no idea. I feel like I've been running a marathon, which is kind of funny because of what I'm about to say. I actually had made another guide when I made this one, but basically, without boring you with the details, I have neglected to take care of myself and continue to exercise and do things with my daughter and stay on track. So I think after a good bit of this stuff, I think I've stocked up enough material to be able to focus on those things and hopefully continue to exercise and do those things in harmony with all this YouTube and content creation and stuff like that. I even fell behind with the documentary a good bit because I just kept putting it off. But, you know, I've grieved a good bit and a lot of this stuff's starting to finally take its toll on me. My back's hurting from editing and all that kind of stuff. I basically just need to start exercising and doing stuff with my family.
Dear Violet, happy birthday to you. Woo! Yay!
For me to be able to keep doing this stuff, I would have to find financial stability that would fund my bills and things like that, because the creativity, these videos and stuff don't cost me anything but time. I really enjoy the process of producing art videos. I like writing, I like editing, I like painting, I like acting, I like it all. From here, I'm still working on a few books and different projects that I haven't really told anybody about. I'm optimistic about a career in art from here. I've learned a lot about video and audio. All right. What do we got? Dear Mother of God. And I wish the best for everybody I met along the way and everybody who's been involved in this project. It's been incredibly rough.
Do one more for me.
I know it's not easy, and it's not easy being with me to go on that journey. Chelsea has been incredibly amazing throughout all of this. She's been incredibly supportful, helps me with the camera, and helps me do all kinds of stuff. She is amazing. She's very funny and very smart.
Hey babe, did you mess with my painting?
No, I wouldn't do something like that.
And she puts up with all of my stress. I wouldn't have been able to do any of this if it weren't for Chelsea. Will there be another documentary? I don't know. I don't have any plans for one. There's no plans.
I hesitate to say what sort of changes Travis should make with his career or life, mostly because like I'm no authority on anything. I'm just another human out here trying to do my best. I barely got my own stuff figured out. The only reason I say I'm starting to become an adult is because I hit my 30s, and apparently that starts happening. But with his career, that's something I think only he can answer. I don't think I could make any sort of comment, whether it's keep doing what you're doing or you should do this, and this, that would make any sense, because I haven't done it. Like, who am I to say, like, you should do this or you should do that with your art, because I haven't lived that life. I haven't done what he's done up until now, and I haven't done anything further. So I think he should never give up on it. That's for sure. But what form that takes, what that means to him, that's entirely for him to figure out. As far as life goes, I think that boy needs to get out of the house more. I think he gets out of the house with his family. They take walks and stuff like that, and that's good and that's healthy. But also, just go to a show for no other reason than to go to a show. Do something that's not content or social media. Something just for him, for the time that he has, whether it's 10 minutes or 2 hours. Just be out of the house and embrace some of the life that kind of gave him the perspectives that he's been able to use in his art up until this point. And maybe he'll be able to create something new out of that without even intending to.
From here, I really just want to grow as a content creator, as a husband, and as a father. Those are the 3 most important things to me. Luckily, I have a job where I can be kind of creative and use some of my artistic abilities for income. But I would like to be able to have more income based off of the content I'm making, like for myself, not just, the newspaper I work for. And just be able to live more comfortably, not having to look at the next paycheck as my next big goal. Just, I want to go out and take my wife to dinner and not be stressed about it. You know what I mean? I'm not looking to be rich and famous or anything, just comfortable.
So where I see my filmmaking pursuits leading me is definitely outside of Ohio. I personally have never truly felt comfortable here. And even in moments where I really decided to embrace the community here and tried to engage other people in what I saw could be possible and everything, it has always just been met with tribalism and disinterest, and I, can take the hint. There are other places to go, and I want to be there more anyways. So I don't know exactly where I end up. I know I intend on going further towards the East Coast, areas where the film industry is kind of up and coming or been there for a while. I'm kind of intending to move into a place in between both. So I know I won't be here for either the end of my career or what is going to launch it into the next level. But whatever happens, I'm sure it won't be in Portsmouth, Ohio. One thing I know for sure is that before I leave Portsmouth, Ohio, and Ohio in general, Travis and I are not done. We got other things to make. And even after I leave, that might still be true. Most likely still be true. I think I've already told him that if I start making it out there and I get some money and I can say, hey, you want a paycheck to make movies with me? It's going to happen. But there are so many ideas that he and I have floated back and forth. A prop for which is upstairs in my office right now, the robot King's head. And I want to see those happen before I get the hell out of here. And honestly, after the movie I'm currently working on, schedule's kind of open. So we could do something big like that. But one thing's for sure is that you will be seeing the Herman brothers collaborate a little bit more within the next year.
Said it a couple times, but there's nowhere to go but up. I think Travis has an excellent future ahead of him. He's got the drive, he's got the talent. It's really just a matter of time at this point.
I've been collecting more and more footage looking for the conclusion, and I thought my career and fitness transformation would represent that. But life has given us a different ending, and it's much better than anything I could have written. So it's time to finish this edit and put it out into the world. With the news that Vinny will be living so far away, it made me reflect not on just the course of these films, but the only times that we'd really been separated. I owe a lot to him. And after Earl's celebration, and after I wrap this documentary up, I'm going to spend some time making whatever he wants and spending time with my family and friends. I've been so distracted and confused about what matters. when so many different things are building up, life is throwing you curveballs, people are having health issues, it's probably better to talk to your partners and talk to your, loved ones about what's going on in your mind rather than trying to tackle it yourself, because you think it's not going to be a big deal. You think it's not that impactful, but it is. So I think the biggest thing I learned from this entire experience is communication and taking care of yourself. Yeah. Stay creative, folks.
Stay creative, folks. Stay creative, folks.
Stay creative, folks.
Stay creative, folks.
Stay creative, folks.
Stay creative, folks. Stay creative, folks. Stay creative, folks. Stay creative, folks. Stay creative, folks. Stay creative, folks. Stay creative, folks. Stay creative, folks.
That's it. That was a complete waste of my time. What? You basically turned my life into a glorified slideshow. Excuse me? I saved you. Right, some cardboard and a bunch of interviews. Let me just take that to the bank. Actually, I have a better idea. What? What are you doing? No. No. Put me down. What are you doing? It's called psycho puppetry, asshole. I helped you deal with your problems and make cool shit. If it's not AI or some other excuse, you artists will do everything except face the truth. If it weren't for me, you wouldn't have made any progress. Screw you, you psycho puppet bitch.
Yeah, things are going pretty good actually. I was wanting to know if you might want to get up and get up, talk things out. Get up, talk things out. Gotta get up, talk it down. Get up,
Tough things, you gotta get up to do the talk now. Get up. Tough things, you gotta get up to talk it down. Get up. Tough things, you gotta get up to do the talk now. Get up. Tough things, you gotta get up to talk it down. Get up. Tough things, you gotta get up to do the talk now. Get up. Tough things, you gotta get up to talk it down. Get up. Tough things, you gotta get up to do the talk now.
What's up, Doc? Well, it's not looking too good for our little art business.
Decision-making abilities. Motivated by his mother at a rat tail. So do with that what you will.
Now don't go jumping to assumptions. Hey, let's check out some of the old footage and see if we can find out where things went wrong. Yeah, I'm not sure how this is supposed to help me pay the bills. No, I promise we're gonna figure this out. We just need to dig a little deeper. Hey! Get up.
Tough things, you gotta get up to talk it down.
Get up.
Tough things, you gotta get up to do the talk now.
Get up.
Tough things, you gotta get up to talk it down.
Get up.
Tough things, you gotta get up to do the talk now.
Get up.
Tough things, you gotta get up to talk it down.
Get up.
Tough things, you gotta get up to do the talk now.
Get up.
Tough things, you gotta get up to talk it down.
Get up.
Tough things, you gotta get up to do the talk down.
Hey, Barney.
Neat, the skateboard is palatable, but my body is in shambles. Travis Herman. The movie. Played by Vinnie Herman.
It's called psychopuppetry, asshole. I hope you deal with your problems and make cool shit, so you artists will do everything except face the truth.
Tough things, you gotta get up to talk it down. Get up. Tough things, you gotta get up to do the talk now. Get up. Tough things, you gotta get up to talk it down. Get up. Tough things, you gotta get up to do the talk now. Get up. Tough things, you gotta get up to talk it down. Get up. Tough things, you gotta get up to do the talk now. Get up.
Consider our film fested. Screw you, you psycho puppet bitch.
And I think I might have overdid myself. I'm excited about this film. Have fun editing.